Your air conditioner is not broken. Your house is. Right now, as you read this, up to 30% of the heat inside your home is not coming through the roof. It is not coming through the walls. It is pouring straight through your windows. Silent, invisible, and completely unstoppable, unless you know about this. I am holding a roll of transparent film. You can barely see it. It costs less than a large pizza per window, and it blocks up to 80% of the solar heat that is currently making your AC run for hours every single day. 6 million new air conditioning units are installed in America every single year. And in all of those service calls, all of those quotes, all of those technician visits, not one of them ever pointed at your window and said, "Fix that first." Ask yourself why. Stay with me, because by the end of this video, you are going to understand exactly what this film does, exactly why nobody told you about it, and exactly how to put it up yourself this weekend for under $30 a window. Here is what is happening to your house right now, and nobody is talking about it. Your walls are insulated. Your attic has a thick layer of insulation. Your floors are covered, but your windows are just glass. Plain, bare, completely unprotected glass. And glass does something most people do not realize. It does not just let heat in, it converts it. When sunlight hits your window, the glass takes invisible infrared radiation from the sun and transforms it into heat on the other side. Inside your room, inside the space you are paying to keep cool, your air conditioner is not cooling your house. It is fighting the sun, and the sun does not take breaks. It does not cycle off at noon. It pours heat through every south and west-facing window in your home for 8 to 10 hours every single day. The Department of Energy has the numbers. Windows account for 25 to 30% of all heating and cooling energy use in American homes. 1/4 of your entire electricity bill is the glass doing this to you every single day. And what do most people do? They upgrade the AC. They add more insulation. They replace the furnace. But the windows just sit there day after day, undoing every single dollar spent, and nobody ever tells them to look at the glass. Now here is where this gets genuinely infuriating. Because the fix is not a new window. It is not a contractor. It is not a $5,000 upgrade. It is a film so thin you can barely feel it between your fingers. And the science behind it is the same technology protecting NASA spacecraft from the heat of the sun. Let me show you exactly how it works. Solar window film is a microscopically thin sheet of polyester coated with metallic particles, ceramic compounds, or nanocrystalline layers, depending on the type you choose. When sunlight hits the film, it does 3 things simultaneously. First, it reflects a portion of solar radiation straight back outside before it even touches the glass. Second, it absorbs another portion into the film itself and safely dissipates it. Third, it allows visible light through so your room stays bright while the heat stays outside where it belongs. The result is a window that still looks completely normal, still lets in daylight, but stops between 40 and 80% of solar heat gain, depending on the product. The best ceramic films on the market block up to 80% of infrared heat while letting 70% of visible light through. Your room looks identical. It just stops behaving like a greenhouse. This is not a new invention. This technology came directly from aerospace engineering. The same reflective coatings used on satellite panels and astronaut visors were adapted for architectural glass decades ago. The physics is not debated. The performance has been documented for years. Lawrence Berkeley National Laboratory, a federal research institution, has published data showing window film reduces cooling loads by 30% in monitored buildings. 30%. That is not a manufacturer selling you something. That is publicly available government research. So federal research confirms it works. The technology is decades old. The cost is under $30 per window. And yet no contractor has ever mentioned it to you. No energy company has ever put it in a pamphlet. No HVAC technician has ever pointed at your glass and said, "Start here." I want you to really sit with that for a moment. Because the answer to why is not complicated. It is just uncomfortable. The HVAC industry in the United States generates over $150 billion every single year. Every new unit installed, every service call, every refrigerant refill, every replacement compressor, every emergency repair on a 105-degree summer afternoon. All of it is revenue. Steady, reliable, recurring revenue built entirely on your house staying hot and your AC working overtime to fight it. Window film does not break. It does not need annual servicing. It does not need refrigerant. It does not need a licensed technician to apply it. You buy it once, put it up yourself in an afternoon, and it silently does its job for the next 10 to 15 years without generating a single dollar of service revenue for anyone. That is the problem, not with the film, with the business model that depends on you never finding out about it. Think about what happens when your cooling load drops by 30%. Your AC runs less. It lasts longer. You replace it less often. You call for repairs less often. You buy less electricity every single month. Every single one of those outcomes is lost revenue for someone who currently profits from your inefficiency. Window replacement companies do not want you knowing a $30 film does 70% of what a $3,000 window replacement does. HVAC companies do not want you solving the heat problem before it reaches the thermostat. Energy companies charge per kilowatt, and they need you to keep consuming. So nobody tells you. The product exists. The research exists. The hardware store stocks it. But the financial incentive to hand you that information simply does not exist for the people you have been trusting to help you. Now here is the part that actually matters, because knowing this is useless unless you act on it. So let me walk you through exactly how to do this yourself this weekend, step by step. No contractor, no tools beyond a squeegee and a sharp blade, and results you will feel within days. Step 1. Find your worst windows first. South-facing and west-facing windows are your biggest heat sources in the northern hemisphere. These receive direct afternoon sun and account for the majority of your solar heat gain. Start here before you touch anything else. Step 2. Choose the right film. Do not buy the cheap dyed films. They fade within 2 years, turn purple, and lose their performance fast. Choose a ceramic window film with a total solar energy rejected rating above 50%. These cost between $15 and $30 per window and last 10 to 15 years with consistent performance throughout. Step 3. Apply it properly. Clean the glass thoroughly with soapy water. Cut the film slightly larger than the window. Wet the glass again with the soapy water solution. This lets you reposition the film before it sets. Lay the film on, squeegee from the center outward, removing every air bubble. Then trim the edges clean with a sharp blade. One window takes about 20 minutes. That is it. Step 4. Feel the difference. Put a simple thermometer near your treated window and check it on the next sunny afternoon. Most people see surface temperature differences of 5 to 10 degrees within the first week. Your AC will cycle on less. Your room will hold its temperature longer. You will notice it without looking for it. South first, then west, then east. North-facing windows get almost no direct sun and are your lowest priority. Right now your windows are letting in heat. And now you know it is not something you have to accept. The HVAC technician who quoted you a new system never mentioned this. The energy company billing you every month never mentioned this. The window company that wanted $3,000 per pane definitely never mentioned this. But now you know. And it costs $30 in a Saturday afternoon. South windows. Ceramic film. 20 minutes each. Done. Hit subscribe if this changed how you look at your windows. Drop in the comments. Which direction do your biggest windows face? I want to know how much heat people are letting in without even realizing it. See you in the next one.